Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3. I'm just waiting here, just listening to the music. I do this a lot. In The Witcher 3 in particular, but sometimes in some other games that have an exceptional soundtrack. Nier Automata comes to mind. Persona 5 come to mind. And doing some parts of Skyrim, I do this. And I just sit here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I just listen. Here is a little bit of that, just for your guys' enjoyment. You might have to turn it up a little bit. I know my voice is relatively loud compared to the game audio, but come on guys. This is the Novigrad music. Isn't it not so good? Ugh. If you say no, shame on you, seriously. Okay, anyways, guys, so last time we left off, we were here in Dijkstra's bathhouse, and I just noticed something. The little cloud of steam you just saw there, it was kind of just floating in place. Oh, there it appeared over here, right here. Look at that. It's not even flowing through the air. It's just a static cloud of steam that appears and disappears. I think that's kind of funny. I mean, obviously you can't really expect all the details in the game to be perfect, but if you don't really look at it closely, you wouldn't even notice that it's just a static cloud of steam. Okay, so let's refresh our memory with the story here. So once in a while, I like to just read one of these Dandelion story descriptions of these main quests, even the side quests. I mean, because the creators of the game, they put so much work into writing these little snippets, and there's so much flavor in some of this because this is not just your average kind of mundane story summary. This is written by, you got to keep this in mind, this is written by Dandelion, the person we're trying to find in the main story right now. And Dandelion, of course, is a poet. He is also a writer of some sort, and he's really good at telling stories. He's a bard as well. And so you see there's so much text here. So if you even go to the completed quest here, every single one of these has this really interesting summary of all the quests in the game written by Dandelion. And I think it really does the creators of the game an injustice if you just don't read any of this. Of course, in the past, when I played this game thoroughly, I have read every single word of every single one of these quest summaries, and I loved every single second of it. I think there's just so much flavor and so much, what's a good word, bravura in Dandelion's tone, and the way he just writes, it's amazing. Certainly way better than anything I can come up with. Anyway, so in honor of that, we are going to just read some of this stuff, and if you don't like this kind of story, lore, summary, and just me reading stuff, then you can just go ahead and skip. But I encourage you guys to read alongside me because these are interesting. Okay, so let's do this one. Count Reuben's treasurer. It turned out Siggy Reuben was none other than Sigismund Dijkstra, former head of Redanian intelligence and a man well known to Geralt from past adventures. In an atypical bout of ignorance, Dijkstra had no inkling I was involved in the theft of his gold. He treated Geralt's appearance as a fortunate coincidence and offered him a handsome sum in return for help finding his stolen wealth, and the thief who had stolen it. Geralt had Dijkstra thus both wanted to find the exact same person, yours truly, albeit for entirely different reasons. Seizing this bit of good fortune, Geralt accepted the offer and hoped against hope. Okay, Dijkstra wouldn't catch on to his double dealing. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is it's also an additional perspective on the story. This is in the perspective of Dandelion, obviously, and he's Dijkstra doesn't even know that we're trying to look for Dandelion at this moment, and he definitely doesn't know that Geralt is kind of acting as a bit of a spy, if you will, which is ironic because Dijkstra is supposed to be the master spy, right? In fact, in the books he was known as the spy master, and so this is a little ironic that he hasn't seen through us yet. Keyword is yet. Okay, so keep going here. Like an excavator uncovering an ancient elven masterpiece, Geralt slowly revealed the hidden brilliance of my plan. He discovered we had not barged in directly from the sewers like brain-dead lugs, but had instead struck from the inside by placing a bomb in one of the tub's drain pipes. Hearing this, Dijkstra summoned his faithful eunuch Happen and had him examined the bathhouse guest registry. From it, they learned the tub in question had been used that day by a certain Margrave Henkel. Nothing unusual about a Margrave giving his corns a bit of soak, but this particular Margrave had shuffled off his mortal coil, corns and all, a few months prior to the break-in. Dijkstra thus tasked Geralt with examining the Margrave's residence, in the hope that the Witcher would find some trace of the stolen treasure there. This is like masterful prose, right? Is that the right word? I don't know. Masterful writing right here. Instead of saying, like Margrave Henkel snuffed it a few months ago, he says, had shuffled off his mortal coil, corns and all. Yeah, that's like, who writes like that? So crazy. Okay. Fear gripped the Witcher's heart as he knocked on the bathhouse doors. He knew that shortly before I disappeared without a trace, I had been planning to rob Siggy Reuven, one of the most powerful and dangerous men in the north. He would have to inquire about my fate without arousing any suspicions, which was a tall order indeed, for while Geralt may be an excellent Witcher, he is one lousy actor. I don't know if I agree with that, Dandelion. He keeps a pretty good poker face, if you ask me. Like, his Witcher mutations is obviously part of why he's able to act so well, because, where the hell am I going? Where's the exit? Oh god. Yeah, because the Witcher mutations kind of like strip him of emotion, so he's not really able to express his emotions with too much. Okay, I know the exit is here somewhere. What the hell is going on? Okay, oh my god, that's a door. Jesus, okay. You didn't see that. Let's move on here. Okay, so our next quest objective is to visit the house of Margrave Henkel. And at this point, obviously, it's all going to be a complete ruse. Man, I'm getting my words mixed up today. Because Geralt already knows that it's Dandelion who was the perpetrator. And right now, he is just trying to put up an act and try to fool Dijkstra, the master spy.
Stop walking into his soul.
Oh boy. Okay, here are more of what the heck? These aren't even Whoreson's men. These are just common thugs. Come here. Step into my Yurden. Really? Okay, I'll just put one right here then. I just love using Yurden. I need some of that Yurden skill point anyway. I remember for like the longest time, I didn't know that Yurden also slowed myself down. And I was just foolishly saying like, why do I feel so slow whenever I'm in my Yurden trap? Yeah, no, that was never a feeling. Oh well. Okay, was I even supposed to come here? Because I don't know if Henkel's place is here. Well, let's come through here and see. Oh god, I can't even walk through here. Alright. So I have like hundreds of hours spent in this game, right? But I still can't navigate my way through Novigrad without looking at the map. It's that big of a city, mainly because like I don't really study it. It's kind of your GTA mindset, Grand Theft Auto, where
looks more like a beggar's hovel than a Margrave's townhouse. Dandelion made some interesting friends.
So, when you're playing, like if you have played one of the Grand Theft Auto games, then you would know that you spend like hours, tens, maybe even hundreds of hours in the game, and you drive past the same place every time, but you never really remember that place. I don't know if that's like exclusive to myself, but it just feels like no matter how many times I pass by the same place, I never really truly remember it. Maybe I'm just like terrible at navigation. That could very well be it, because some of you guys who are watching this series have seen my like Final Fantasy X-2 playthrough. I think that's definitely my most popular series on this channel, because it's like one of the first things I did. And you would have seen how bad I was at just like navigating the maps and stuff. I was really bad at finding things and finding my way mostly. And maybe it's just me, maybe it's not, who knows. Okay, so let's blast down that door. Let's see what we have in here.
Silver cylinder. Bottom looks like what I found in the sewer.
Things are starting to add up.
Footprints.
Okay. Yep. Excellent deduction, Geralt. Footprints. Okay, let's see if we can loot some books. Yes, books. I still haven't gotten used to the fact that the Witcher senses a toggle now. I really don't know if it's more convenient or like... Oh god! Yeah, I did not mean to do that. Was that a... Oh my god, it's still in the air. Look at that. Is that my northern wind? Oh, it's gone now. I think that was northern wind. I wonder why I didn't create any frost. Well, that's one bomb just thrown out the window. I wish it had actually gone out the window, but oh well. I wanted to like turn this thing on. There we go. Yeah. Turn it on. Yeah, as if it's like a light. I mean, light the candle. Yeah. There we go.
A letter. And a bottle.
Okay.
The wine from your birth year. It's absolutely excellent. Startling bouquet. You absolutely must try it. But afterwards, please place the bottle back where you found it.
With love from D. Okay. Geralt kind of read that note for me. Alright. The bottle from your birth year. Okay.
Your birth year. Could be dandelions. Or Ceres.
Bottle of wine. There we go. Okay, solve the riddle from the mysterious note. I honestly don't know what Ceres' birth year would be. So the current year is 1271. Ceres is... How old is she? I feel ashamed for not knowing this. She was 15 when she was kind of set up with Radovid. Like, they were supposed to get married, but it never happened. That should have been in, what, like 1268? I don't remember. Which means she's 18 now. So her birthday should have been 53? I don't know. I'm just making it up. Let's take a look. It can't be Ceres' birth year.
1245 to 1254. Satisfying click. In the next room over, I think.
45 to 54. So it could have been 53. Never know. Alright. Yeah, just going around lighting all the candles. Okay, here we go.
Secret room. Probably where Dandelion and his cohorts planned the heist. Stain. Wyvern oil.
Oh yeah, there we go. More things lining up. Okay, 2 copies of The Last Wish and a crossbow. Okay. Someone's a really big fan of Geralt and Yennefer's story. Have we read The Last Wish yet? Pretty sure we have. And yeah, we've read all of these books that have been grayed out. That's what it means.
Instructions on how to build a bomb. Signed by one Kalkstain.
Kalkstain.
Sugar. And lumps of a substance dipped in wyvern oil. Potassium. Looks like they made the bomb here.
Man, I am so jealous of Geralt's, like, Witcher's, like, smelling powers. Olfactory sense, you call it. Like, seriously, he can tell by sniffing something that is potassium? What does potassium even smell like? Seriously. Oh my god. Letter from Dudu.
Ciri, Menge is following me. He has seized the treasure. He has Dandelion. You must flee. Footsteps. Not good.
Finally a clue about Dandelion and Ciri. Man. Geralt has been searching for a very long time, and finally that's like the first mention of Ciri that we've had from like a solid piece of evidence. I mean, of course, the Baron kind of told us what happened to Ciri while she was with him, but that's just someone's word, right? It's not written down as a hard piece of evidence. although there really is no reason to not believe him, of course. But this letter, would have been very weird for someone to forge that. Alright. Oh, hey Triss.
Didn't expect to see you here. Certainly not with Triss.
I decided we could use someone who knows a bit of magic. The runes on the bomb, I'm absolutely dying to know what they mean.
You dying to know too, Triss?
No, just here for the coin.
Ah, Marigold playing the cynical materialist. I love it. In truth, her ideals brought Triss here. She needs gold to save her colleagues. When I recover my treasure, I'll be in a position to help her. Simple as that. Speaking of which, and pardon my Beauclervoise, have you found out who fucking nicked my gold?
Your Beauclervoise. Okay. Oh man, I don't know if anyone actually pays attention to these people's, like, these characters' facial expressions. I call them people because that's basically what they are. Like, their facial expressions are so good. Triss just kind of looks at Dijkstra like, how the hell did you know that? Right? Like, Dijkstra can basically see through everything she does, metaphorically. Like, she says, I'm just here for the money, and then Dijkstra says, yeah, cynical materialist, you are actually here to try to help out your mage colleagues, don't try to hide it. And then Triss is like, whoa, this guy knows way too much. So we're gonna see a bit more of that in this upcoming scene, and I love it.
Hang on. Gotta tell me why you're here first. We agreed. If I learned anything, I'd take it to you.
So we did. But I was concerned about you. Stopped by to see if everything was alright.
Well, let's play the sarcasm here. Thanks.
Thanks. You can breathe easy now. In the future, though, remember this. I can look after myself.
Fine. You look after yourself, and I'll look after my interests.
Gentlemen, really feel privileged to witness your battle of wits. But try to remember, unlike you, I put my life at risk every time I venture out into the streets. Did the same just coming here. So I beg you, can we get to the point?
Yeah, okay, so she's getting a little impatient. Okay, so, Manga.
Bothered Triss for nothing. No point examining the bomb.
Because?
'Cause I already know who nabbed your treasure. Commander of the Temple Guard, Caleb Menge.
Well, well, Marigold. Your coin stands to come with a side of revenge. Geralt, would you be kind enough to tell me what you've learned? I'm terribly curious.
Okay, we're gonna need a serious poker face here because we're gonna need to lie to the spy master. Margrave Henkel, he told me everything.
Henkel told me. Old man's alive and well. Faked his own death to escape his creditors.
Strange. I had no idea he was in debt.
He was. And Menge promised to take care of things in exchange for help with the heist. So...
Geralt, how can I put this delicately? Bollocks. If you thought I'd fall for that tale you just pulled out of your arse, you don't know me one bit.
There it is. Dijkstra and his seeing through whatever deception, however well acted. Oh, man. Okay, well, no point in hiding it, I suppose. I could double down on the lie, but he's just gonna call us out for it again, so let's just say this one.
Know you well enough to know what matters. Results. So I lied. Still say I can lead you to your treasure.
Forgive me, Geralt, but after what you just pulled, I'd sooner believe a whore who proclaimed her undying love.
Would you believe a sorceress who stands to gain if you get your coin back?
Perhaps. I'd still prefer the whore, though.
It could happen.
You're hiding something, and that's one thing I can't stand, even more than Nilfgaard. But ultimately, this is a business deal, not a marriage. Besides, there must be some truth in all those lies. You're too dense to make it all up on your own. Menge has been spending heaps of coin lately, though to my knowledge he shouldn't have a copper to his name.
So, what now?
From what I've heard, Menge spends his nights at the docks, witch hunters' quarters. Maybe pay him a visit, ask where he's holding my gold for me.
And while you sit there doing nothing.
So we do your dirty work while you sit around twiddling your thumbs.
Darling, when I'm able to make use of someone, I always do. It's convenient.
And safe. Come on, admit you're scared of Menga.
Of course I'm scared. Bloody dangerous horse, son. Triss would concur, I think.
Not in those words. But I do agree with the statement overall.
Dijkstra is such a pragmatist. Man. When you could get someone else to do your dirty work for you, why bother doing it yourself, right? I don't know if that applies in real life quite a lot. I mean, maybe it does. It probably does. But, like, you're kind of scummy if you do that. You always have to, like, solve your own problems, right? Unless you have the money to pay other people, and Dijkstra probably does. I'm just, like, saying random crap now. Let's keep going.
Doubt Menga will admit anything willingly.
As do I. Lucky I hired a witcher and a sorceress who've been through so much together to get this done.
What's our past got to do with it?
A great deal. Lovers will jump into the abyss for one another. Suits my needs perfectly. Namely, it greatly increases your chances of getting out of the hunter's barracks alive. With my treasure.
Well, ooh, damn. I can kind of, like, reject Triss right here and now. Which, did we do that the first time we met her here in Novigrad? I think we did. We were kind of, like, trying to push her away. I mean, the thing is, nice as Triss is as a sorceress and as a kind of a romance interest for Geralt, she is not the quote-unquote canon romance for Geralt. I mean, I say quote-unquote because there really isn't a canon romance, like, when it comes to the games. Of course, there is one in the books, right? Because that's the whole concept of The Last Wish, where Geralt spent the third wish that he was supposed to make to the Djinns, like he was saying, bind us forever, us being Geralt and Yennefer. And so that's kind of where, like, this whole romantic story started between the two, and that's why Geralt and Yennefer are, like, the canon romance. But, you know, like, I think the time that Geralt and Triss spent together in The Witcher 2 is just as real as any time that he spent with Yennefer. So really, when it comes to making your decision in The Witcher 3, you really shouldn't be kind of tied down by what you think should be, what you think the creators of the story, the writers of the story, say should be right. You know, you should kind of, like, choose your own path. And obviously, I've gone through both routes. I've gone through the game with the Yennefer. I've gone through the game with Triss, and I've actually also gone through the game with neither, which is quite an interesting option. Really, neither is both. It's kind of both and neither. Like, I don't want to, like, really spoil it, because I feel like a lot of people went through that path, and it's really interesting, especially this one scene. Okay, I'm rambling way too much. Let's not push her away. Let's just say something to Dijkstra here.
In other words, you're using us.
Using you? Never. Merely making the most of your mutual bond. Well, lovebirds, I really must be going. Good luck.
Thought you'd correct him. Say that we, you know.
So yeah, that's something that she would say. Well, let's see, Dijkstra doesn't need to know everything. You didn't say anything either. Ooh. So kind of throwing the question right back at her, or putting the blame on, well, not putting the blame, but I guess diverting the attention to Dijkstra. This is the one.
Dijkstra doesn't need to know about my love life.
Wise. I'd never choose his shoulder to cry on either. But we've strayed from our topic. Got a treasure to recover.
Triss, gotta tell you something. Dijkstra's gold, it's the last thing I care about.
Thought as much. This is about Ciri, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Menga's got Dandelion locked up somewhere, and Dandelion saw Ciri.
That changes everything. Listen, meet me at midnight by the Chapel of the Eternal Fire, east of the harbor. We'll figure out a way to get into the Hunter's Barracks together.
All right, see you then, and thanks.
Okay, so now we have something to, like, continue doing for, like, this second part of the main quest, And wow, she just teleports away. Very good. So obviously we have the one for finding Horson Jr., and now we also have the one for finding Dijkstra's treasure, so that, I don't know, we might be able to locate Dandelion, like something like that, but it's a long shot. Very long shots.
The thinking customer will see right.
Okay, so there is a weaponsmith over here. Can we visit him? Huh, I think that's an armorsmith actually. Wait a minute. Which one is that? Huh. Can I? Oh no, it's definitely not here. I think it's honestly, I have no idea what that is, and the icon just disappeared, so oh well. For now, I'm gonna pay a quick visit to the armorsmith here.
Top-notch swords.
And we are going to... Oh, we can actually say this.
Mastercrafted armor. Think you could make me some?
Ooh, I did get my journeyman's papers, but I've yet to make anything akin to a masterwork. You might try in Velen. A dwarf there goes by Fergus. He might help. Guildsmen claim there's no one better anywhere south of the Pontar.
I've been there.
Show me what you have in stock.
He wants me to go to frickin' Undvik in Skellige to find some tools for him. That's not happening anytime soon. Let's sell off this stuff here, and I definitely don't need this Angranian cuirass. All right, that's 98 good crowns. Oh man, I only have 2,000 crowns left. All right, what is this? Edwin Grelov's third map. Okay, let's just go ahead and buy that. And Heavily Fated Notes by Hieronymus on the Witcher Elgar. Okay, so let's just go ahead and buy that as well. Anything else interesting? Probably not. Oh man, seeing all of these things and just how much they cost, I'll probably buy some like wood, I suppose, because I need it to create my fireplaces. And these mutagens, oh god, he buys it. He buys it for 0% of what it's worth. God damn it. Alright, I guess that's it. Actually, let's go over to repair and repair some of my stuff. Yeah. Okay.
So long.
Alright, so we got 2 pieces of paper from him. Let's see. Are they going to show up? No? Okay, I'll go into my inventory and read them manually then. Let's see, where are they? Here we go. Oh, this is a letter from Dudu. We can read this. Alright, so Siri, if you're reading these words, that means you have solved my riddle, for which you have my congratulations. It also means you have not yet been caught and are still in Novigrad, which worries me greatly. I do not know exactly what you did on Temple Isle, but Menge is furious and will not rest until he captures you, skins you alive and burns you at the stake. And now that he's got his sanctimonious paws on Dijkstra's treasure, he can hire enough men to search every home in the city thrice over. I am a Doppler, so I will be able to hide, but you must flee while you still can. Your Dudu. If you think a Doppler can hide, then the Lady of Space and Time can definitely hide from Menge. She probably couldn't hide for too long from the Wild Hunt, but from a measly human being, yeah, she can hide. P.S. Don't even think about trying to break Dandelion free from Menge's clutches. It's impossible, but knowing our friend, he'll wriggle his way out somehow, or at least I hope he will. P.P.S. Forgive me for not writing how to contact me, but A, you are to flee, remember? B, Melatile guards those who guard themselves. Alright. Now that is a very reasonable guy. Doo-doo. Okay, so this one. Edwin Grelov's third map. Beautiful. Professor Slavko Atimenstein will be furious. I lost the first map in a game of Gwent, and then the second was stolen from me while I was slightly indisposed after a hard night in the casino. I cannot arrive empty-handed at the station near the tomb under Crookback Hills, or the professor will vivisect me on the spot. The 4 new locations I have marked on this map might be enough to protect me from his wrath. Edwin Grelov, adjunct in natural history at Oxenford Academy. Okay. And this one, Elgar placed upgrades to the School of the Wolf Witcher gear in 3 different caves in the area immediately to the south of Kaer Morhen. He hoped future generations of Witcher would find them in an hour of need. Okay, well, we're not going to Kaer Morhen anytime soon, but that starts the scavenger hunt for the Wolf School gear, and I should get another one here. Okay, another Wolf School gear. Okay, well, I suppose once we get to Kaer Morhen, later on in the story, we can... Oh, there it is. Griffin School Gear Upgrade. Part 3. I don't know if you guys can hear me very well, like with all this. talking in the background. Yeah, I'm trying to move away from it as far as I can. Alright, so let's continue with the main quest now, shall we? Meet Triss at the Eternal Fire Shrine near the harbor around midnight. Okay, very good.
Those armies across the river.
So, I probably don't need to fast travel there. Let's just walk. And midnight, that is quite a long ways off. It's only 9 a.m. right now, but we can probably just meditate to pass the time. If I were to play this more immersively, I would probably like go off and do something else and wait for midnight. But since we're kind of like right in the middle of this main quest right now, I kind of just want to get this done before I do anything else. So we're just gonna head over there and meditate, pass the time a little bit.
It's a material world, and I'm a material girl.
Okay, here we go. Let's find a good spot to meditate. Ah, right in here is perfect. Shield us from the weather. Alright. Okay, and while we're meditating, actually, before we do that, we can apply a couple of character skill points. I was going to do this at the end of last episode, but I thought I was going to just might as well do it on this episode. We got a point for fast attack, which means we're going to put that onto crippling strikes. Let's take a look at what this does. I forgot. Fast attacks have a 40% chance to cripple opponents and slow their movements, and a 30% chance to inflict injuries. 10% with increments of... Oh, okay, that's not too bad. 30% higher chance to inflict injuries. I'm not really sure what the chances are to inflict injuries. Like if it's... I think it's... Was it 2%? I think it's 2%. So 30% higher chance than that is like 2.6%. It's not that significant, but hey. Better than nothing. Okay, and we got 2 mutation skill points, which we're going to put into acquired tolerance. Yes, a 50 maximum toxicity, and 25 maximum adrenaline. Very nice. And that's about it. That should have passed some time. Yeah, now it's 10:30, but we're gonna need to go to midnight here. So, meditate till... come on. There it is. 12 a.m. Okay. Cool. 12:14, but I'm sure Triss will forgive me. I'm only fashionably late.
Glad you're here. Listen, took a look at the building and it does not look good.
Mean it could use a bit of paint and spackle?
I mean, it's a damn fortress. High walls, guards at the gate, armed men everywhere. We could never sneak in, and fighting our way in won't work. Menga would have had plenty of time to escape.
What do you suggest?
Take these shackles. Put them on me.
That is dimeridium. Ooh, real dimeridium. Well, we can go with a joke answer.
Triss, sure you want to do this? Out here, with everyone watching?
This might come as a surprise to you, but shackles do have uses outside of the bedroom. Think.
Look at that smirk.
Bring the hunters the vile Triss Marigold. They won't just open the gate for you. They're likely to let you present her to Menga personally.
No way. Too risky.
Dandelion's life's on the line. Series 2. No such thing as too risky.
Alright, but we gotta make sure. You really want to do this?
Triss, think about it. Really want to walk into the lion's den of your own free will? And in chains?
Yes.
No, can't allow it.
Nice of you to worry, but I've made my decision, and I won't change it.
Well, we gotta respect her, I suppose. Let's do it.
Fine. Let's say they take the bait. What then? We go in, I put a sword to Menga's throat and ask him where Dandelion is?
Might not work. Menga's scum, but you have to admit, death doesn't scare him.
Always found that annoying in fanatics. So we gotta trick him into talking. Any ideas?
Maybe tell him you have information about the lodge. Or about Philippa. Even better, he hates her most of all. You'll think of something.
Okay. Alright, we can say these things.
Wait. I want to thank you.
Come on. Anyone would do this.
No. Not anyone.
Stop. It doesn't befit a sorceress to blush.
Okay, and about the treasure?
What about the treasure?
If we learn anything, great. If not...
Thought you need coin from Dijkstra to help the other mages.
True, I do. Lots of ways to get gold, though. It's just not the most important thing now.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Still got a bad feeling about this. But tough. Let's go.
Oh man, this is gonna be good.
Geralt, remember, I can take care of myself.
What are you talking about?
The hunters. They won't treat me like a lady, but I'll survive. Might hurt a bit, but... Ciri, she's what matters. Do what you need to do, no matter what happens.
Can't promise that.
I'm still asking you to, all right?
All right.
Into the witch hunter's outpost. Headquarters, really.
What do you want?
Here for my reward.
On the L4?
For a witch. Recognize who I got? It's Triss Marigold.
Marigold? Come in then.
Well, well. Triss Marigold. Giving up drowners for sorceresses?
Pays better.
It's 'cause they do more harm. What's a drowner do? Pull the odd fisherman from his boat, but the witches, they murder kings, scheme, start wars.
Don't forget turning your cow's milk sour straight out of the udder.
You're done jesting, Marigold. For good. Put her in a cell.
Alright. Well, yeah, let's go with this one.
Not so fast. I hand her over to Menge himself, or not at all.
You reckon we don't know what to do with this witch?
Let go, you bastard!
Vulgar tongue's got no place being in such a pretty mouth. I guess we'll have to rip it out.
The decisions here actually matter a little bit. I mean, there's only one path that can get us to Dijkstra's treasure, and we're gonna go with that one. Triss is gonna, as she said, Triss is going to get a little bit hurt, but we kind of just have to literally bite our tongues and just get through it, because it's a little painful, yeah. But we need to do this for more material reasons than anything else. Okay. This one.
Try to loosen it if I were you. Might learn something interesting.
For instance?
For instance, where Philippa Eilhart's hiding.
I'll get you for this, you...
Shut your gob, ginger whore, and you spit it out. Where's Eilhart?
Nope. Telling you to the boss.
Thought I made myself clear. I'll only talk to Menge.
Menge don't talk to the likes of you.
Well, then you be sure to tell him I came by. With my friend Marigold.
Fine, grab her and come with me. But be sure to stay right close.
Okay, here we go. Triss's acting could use a little work, but hey, can't blame her. She's not a master actor like Geralt here is. Hey, what the heck is this sparrow doing here? Okay.
You can learn a great deal. Here's where we split up. Go see Menge. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her until I get...
You don't set the terms here. Dirk, you know what to do.
You won't get a word out of me. Not you, not him.
Oh, play it tough, eh? Just you wait. We'll take a fingernail or three. That ought to get you singing.
Okay, take her. We gotta do it.
Do what you want.
Come on, witch. Show you the wonders a pair of pliers can work. You'd be surprised.
Can't get too sappy now. Gotta do what we gotta do. Oh yeah, well, And there he is.
I believe I told you not to let anyone in.
Unless they had information concerning Philippa Eilhart. This Witcher says he's got just that.
Anyone can claim that.
We'll start with your pinky nail. Nah, let's go for your ring finger. This little piggy went to market.
But it's not that easy to bring us Triss Merigold.
Is that who I hear? Very well. I'll go see her shortly. But first, let us talk. Sit. Sit. Have a drink, Witcher.
Ah, okay. So they're doing this to hurt me, but I have to fight through the pain. Okay. Well, they're doing this to hurt Triss, but it hurts me too, because she's like constantly screaming in the background. Well, just not in the mood for drinking.
Not in the mood.
You've two choices, Witcher. Drink or die.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose if you put it like that.
Sidarian.
A 1261 vintage, year of the massacre of Sintra.
Stop squirming. This little piggy went home.
Kurt, please see why Miss Merigold squeals so convincingly. Perhaps she needs something. Hot irons, for instance.
Speaking of metal, this goblet's silver. Making sure I'm not a Doppler.
Ah, it's immediately apparent. A professional. I find that refreshing. But to answer your question, one can never be too careful. You'd be surprised how many come here turn to rancid jelly as soon as they grip the goblet.
Rancid jelly. Okay, that's an interesting phrase. The first line he said though, like you guys might not have paid attention to it. When he said that it was a 1261 Sidarian wine. That kind of gives us a little insight on like what age Ciri is. This is just a question it's just been going through my mind. Like I could easily look this up, but I find it more interesting to kind of deduce what age Ciri is in this current in the current setting of the game. 1261 is the massacre of Sintra, which is where Ciri's grandmother died, and she was like a tiny little kid back then. I'm gonna say like 5, 6, 7, definitely less than 10 years old. If we assume that she was 6, like they definitely said this in the books. I just forgot. If we assume that she was 6 years old, that was 11 years ago, so she's 17. If she was 7, then she's 18. If she was 5, she's 16. But anyway, I don't think she's like older than 20 at this point in time. But the thing is, Ciri has like this amazing power, right, to like teleport back and forth between worlds. And not only can she teleport in space, she can also teleport in time. And when she does this, she kind of like messes up the space-time continuum. And it's kind of like the general law of relativity, right? The faster you go, the slower time moves relative to like other people. So if she's like constantly going really quickly, I suppose the outside world, so to say, can have time flow a lot quicker, and her time will pass a lot slower. So she can actually be, I guess, younger than she seems. I don't know if that makes any sense. Or maybe she's like... Oh, man. Well, now it's probably not the best time to think about this. I might have to think about this a little bit, like, while I'm not doing recording. Anyways, guys, sorry about that. That was a quick, just random rant from me. So, yeah, this silver sword, it's not enough?
Got a silver sword on my back. That not enough?
It proves nothing. Dopplers can change their bodies at will into materials that look and feel like silver as well. Materials that have none of silver's useful properties naturally.
See, you're an expert on Dopplers.
I'd expect a witcher of all things to understand the value of knowing one's enemy.
This little piggy had roast beef.
Oh, you bastard! No!
This little piggy had none.
Now, let us talk shop. I shall pay you twice the usual reward for Marigold.
Awfully generous. Why?
Well, you've turned in your lover. The emotional trauma it must entail. You deserve compensation.
Oh man. Okay, well, we can say basically anything except for this last one. We can kind of play dumb. Although playing dumb, he might immediately see through me, kind of like Dijkstra does. So let's not do that. Witchers do anything for gold, that is like true. And we can kind of make up a lie. So let's say what's most believable.
Yeah, I've plowed Triss. But what does it matter if you're paying gold for her head?
Oh yeah. Nearly forgot the mutations strip witches of feelings.
No! No more!
Be brave, dear. Just one more fingernail and we'll move on to the other hand. This little piggy went wee. Ow! Bitch bit me! Ah, the bitch bites. Let's put a collar on her. Dimeritium ought to calm her down.
You surprise me, Geralt. Perhaps we can deal after all. So, you know something about Philippa, but I wager you won't share this information for free. What do you want in return?
I want dandelion. Oh, okay, I can say this as well. So here's the thing. If we choose a dandelion option, we will never get to find the location of the treasure. Whereas if we ask for the treasure, then we won't get the information on dandelion, but we will be able to find that in the future. So the only right choice here to get like a kind of win-win, I suppose you can call it, because we can also find dandelion's location somewhere else. We gotta go for the treasure because we can't get this treasure location anywhere else. It's this option or no option in the future. So this is it. We gotta do this.
I'm looking for a treasure. Was Siggy Reuven's until recently.
Well. Furthering the cause of the eternal fire on the one hand, working for criminals on the other.
I work for whoever pays me.
Like a whore?
More or less. Just offer a different range of services. Where's the treasure?
Secure in a Kaviri bank. Far and safe from you. Far and safe from Reuven.
Got information about Philippa. Thought you might want to buy it.
I do. But not at any price.
Oh man, okay. Well, dandelion time.
Alright. So free dandelion.
First you ask about a criminal's treasure. Now you want me to let loose a blaspheming degenerate. And here I had you for a man that is a being of some moral principle.
No doubt we're cut from different cloth, but we don't have to agree on everything to make a deal.
We need not agree any terms either. I could simply force you to tell me what you know about Philippa.
Doubt that. I really doubt that.
Whereas I'm a man of great faith.
Oh man. Okay.
Guards! In here!
Those are fighting words, alright. Okay, Menge, you'll be the first to go down then. Alright, so first, let me consume a potion here because I just kind of feel like in the potion mood. Let's go with Enhanced Petrie's Filter. Just feel like a little bit of sign intensity right now. Okay, so Menge's gonna be the first to fall, like he dies super quickly. And oh my god, Triss got free too. This is gonna be a massacre of witch hunters here. This is gonna be good. Yep, there's like, wow, that entire room is dead. How strong is Triss? Like seriously? And that, like, I remember her being extremely powerful back when we were dealing with those rats in the warehouse. But like, seriously. Alright folks, come on inside. Actually, let's throw a bomb at them. Oh yeah, that was quite effective.
Degenerates!
Alright, let's not be too aggressive here.
Too late to surrender.
These guys are not like super strong, but it would behoove me to still be careful. And wow, there are a lot of guys down here. Let's throw another bomb, because I really just in the bomb throwing mood today. Over there. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, they're all died. They're all dead. That barrel exploded. That's amazing. Oh god, what the heck? What was that? What? Okay, let's blow out that barrel. Can I? Yeah. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, there's some more over here. Yeah, put that Petrus filter to good use.
Watch it swirling!
Oh god. Oh god. Whoa. Wow. I did not see that coming. Oh. Didn't I have like more than half my health left and then he just countered me? Wow. Okay. Well, that's my bad. Alright, we're back to dealing with these last two guys again. This time I'll try to be a bit more careful.
What? Lost your nerve?
And make use of that Igni. Oh, what the heck was that? I think that was my exploding shield. That got me again. Wait, no, that wasn't my... Oh, Jesus. Okay, that, wow. I swear I had enough vigor to use that. Die. Okay, so that one is dead. And I am seriously hurt. I'm just going to save the game right here. There's one more guy back there. And I can probably kill him without taking a hit. But I don't trust in myself. Alright, here we go. Oh! Oh, okay, well. Simple as that. Ooh, alright. Man, did not expect to get so hurt there. But we came out on top, which is all that really matters. Let's go talk to Triss now. Okay. So I'm not really sure what this toxicity fever is still. That came with part of like the W3EE 4.6 update. Because I'm not really seeing any like...
I think that's all of them. That was close. What happened? I thought Menga took the bait.
He did, until I asked about the treasure.
Geralt, we talked this over. You agreed. Fine, never mind. We should search the office. Maybe we can find some documents mentioning Dandelion. I'll search his body. You search the room. I'd start with the desk.
So I was saying I'm not really seeing any kind of debuffs or anything like that in combat for going over the toxicity threshold. But, well, maybe it will show itself in the future. But man, Triss is not happy that I didn't ask for the location of Dandelion. But again, like, there was only one way to find out that Dijkstra's treasure was locked away in the Koviri prison. And that was the way. So, like, it's just something I had to do. Okay. Menga, though, he went down super quickly. He calls himself the boss of the witch hunters. Man, he is nowhere near as strong as some of the other guys. Yeah, so I'm just gonna consume some drinks here. Get that vitality regeneration going. And... Oh, here we go. Letter to Caleb Menga and Menga's Holy Tome. Alright, let's go ahead and read these. Letter. Okay, Caleb, I have new instructions regarding the organization of the next execution. When you are ready to meet, place your holy tome in the drop box located in the column of the Eternal Fire altar in the southwest corner of the bits. We will meet at the usual spot. Do not tell anyone where you are going and bring no one with you. Burn this letter after reading. Yamerlak. Clearly he didn't burn it. Property of Caleb Menga. May thy flames cleanse my thoughts. May they temper my heart. May all that is evil burn and vanish into smoke. May all that is good be warmed by thy fire. May the righteous flock to thy light like moth. May the wicked flee from it like beasts from a burning wood.
Find anything?
Just his office key in his pockets. Here. Nothing under his belt. Wait, something sewn in the lining.
What is it?
The key to a vault. Here, give it to Dijkstra with my regards.
You know, if the treasure is really locked up in a Koviri like bank somewhere, why would he keep this key just on his person? Shouldn't he lock it away somewhere as well? Like, why does he sew it into his own clothes? That's just kind of weird. This letter.
I found a letter to Menge from someone important. A spy, I think.
A spy?
Take a look.
Drop boxes, secret signals. Yeah, strong stench of spycraft here. This agent could know more about Dandelion.
Bet he does. Letter explains how to signal for a meeting. No mention of where it would take place.
Maybe Dijkstra can help. He knows everything.
Everything? Slight exaggeration there.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Triss has some serious faith about Dijkstra's knowledge, which is fair. I mean, he does know quite a bit.
Key to a vault? No address? Why do I doubt this'll make Dijkstra smile?
Well, might keep him from setting his thugs on us. Breaking our legs for failing to fulfill our part of the bargain.
Meaning glass is half full?
Of something strong, I hope.
Okay. Let's get going.
Alright. Nothing left for us here. Let's go.
Be glad to. Just not by way of the main gate.
Yeah, look at her fingers. Man, that torturer really did a number on her. And on, like, as much as a player might want to jump in, because, you know, no one likes to see Triss get hurt. If you jump in at any time, you actually lose the opportunity to get anything. So, yeah. We kind of just have to bite our nails, so to say. And try not to do anything too rash. Okay. Well, before we leave though, I want to loot some of these corpses because we killed a lot of witch hunters here. And there's going to be a lot of loot. Yeah, look at that. And I'm just going to pick up these swords and hatchets and stuff because we are in Novigrad and it should be pretty simple to just sell them off somewhere. And look at that. Here's a wanted poster for Philippa of Isleheart. Necromancer and witch Philippa has been declared a public enemy. Information leading to her capture will be rewarded. Ooh, look at that. Wearing a blindfold and everything. She has to. She's blind. Because I think I mentioned this. Radovid wasn't very happy with her and he took out her eyes. Yeah, that was kind of gruesome. Okay, so we're getting a bunch of Dimeridium stuff, which is pretty good. This will help us craft a couple of things. These Dimeridium chains, no doubt, will be able to like dismantle into Dimeridium ores. Well, I hope so at least. Okay, anything else? I hate the fact that these like broken barrel pieces, they light up like exactly the way that a lootable object lights up. It's kind of distracting. Okay, so nothing up there. Let's go through here and maybe we'll find something. Aha. Some empty bottles, very nice. Okay, so nothing around here. And actually, let's just loop back around the main gate anyway, because I want to see if there's anything I can... Oh, that's not the door. This is not the door either. God damn it. Why, game? Why did you do that to me? Okay. Oh, killed a guy back here. Okay. And these two things. Nails. Nails. Alright. I don't believe there's anything else to grab here. Actually, let's go ahead and set these barrels on fire just for good measure. Oh man, that's so satisfying. Especially when an enemy is caught in that rain. They just blow up and they die. Wow.
Well?
Okay, Triss, it's time to leave. So I believe the exit is actually over here. There we go.
This is where we split up. But first, let's burn this shack down.
Agreed. We've left too much evidence.
Yeah, but I also need to blow off some steam. Listen, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about. But not here, and definitely not now. Come by later when you have a moment. I'd appreciate it. All right, we need to get out of here.
Okay, let's set fire to this place. Come on, Triss. Yeah, look at that. Throwing her fireballs. Alright, let me help out.
Thanks for your help, Geralt.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, I suppose this is one use for the Igni stream. Doesn't last very long though. Out of vigor. Okay. Where did she go? Can I just get up on here then? Ah, here we go. Whoop, and we're out of here. I can probably just kind of keep this Witcher vision, Witcher sense toggle on, so I can always see where some objects that I can interact with are.
You there, Mr. Roven wants a word.
Impatient old bastard.
What?
Nothing. Be there soon.
I'm surprised someone found me so quickly. Wow. Dijkstra really does know everything.
Who do I spy? Why, it's Geralt of Rivia.
Will you stop following me already?
I will, soon as you tell me where my treasure is.
Me and Menge didn't see eye to eye.
How badly?
Badly.
I suppose that explains the smoke. My treasure's not in there, is it? Burning with the witch hunters.
No, your gold's in a Kaviri bank. Here's the key to the vault that holds it.
Well, well. Would have earned yourself a medal if I was in a position to bestow it.
Okay, so as I said earlier, this would not have been, like, we wouldn't have been able to get praise from Dijkstra had we chose any other option. So yeah, that was it. Okay, so no witticism in parting.
That's all you're gonna say? No wry remark, no scintillating joke.
You want a knee slapper? Fine, I'll tell you one. Ready? You lied to me. Again.
What?
Oof.
You knew from the start who robbed me, but you didn't deign to share that information with me.
God damn it, how did he figure this one out? Not even gonna question that. I kind of have a feeling how he figures it out. It's just, Dijkstra, he's too smart for his own good.
No, I didn't. But I did deign to help you find your treasure, so stop moaning.
I jest you not, Geralt. You abused my trust.
I can live with that.
This time, yes, you'll live. And now, time to settle things.
That a threat?
Quite the contrary. You helped me, Witcher. So in spite of everything, you've earned your reward. I take it you've still no idea what happened to Dandelion?
None. Found someone who might know, though. A spy, I guess. Signs his name, Yammerlack. Found a letter of his. Just one problem. It only details how to arrange a meeting with him. Makes no mention of where.
A ruined house in Far Corners. Give the signal, and he'll show up there the same day, just before midnight.
Wow. See? Dude knows everything. How do you know this one?
Probably shouldn't ask, but... Dijkstra, how the hell do you know all this?
I draw it all from the flight patterns of birds.
Your sarcasm. It gets tiring, you know.
I've far worse qualities than that, believe me. And a final humble plea. Don't try to fool me again. Ever.
Okay. Man. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Sorry, that was my phone. Gotta turn this thing off. Haha. Not off, but like, you know, on silent. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Dijkstra is such a well-written character. There he goes. But man, what the heck is going on here? Oh, is this something? Can we like join in the fray here? I think we can, maybe. Can we? I don't want to hurt these people. Damn it. Well, they can just keep fighting, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, Dijkstra is so good. Like, his character is just amazing. kind of like on the same level as Amir. I really love Amir's character as well, mainly for his voice acting. You know, Charles Dance, the dude, you can never go wrong with his voice acting. And a bunch of other characters in the game that I also really like. Triss, for example, Siri is absolutely amazing. And there are a bunch of characters. You know, I don't think there's any particular one that I really like dislike. Is there? I'm trying to draw on my memory here. Like, who do I not particularly love from this game? I don't know. You know what? I'll tell you guys when I see them. Yeah, because for now, I can't think of anyone. Okay, so I think we're going to end things off over here. Next time we come back, we're going to look for this Yammernack person. Is that how he said his name? Maybe? Yeah, and we're going to be meeting Triss and seeing if we can get some information out of that guy. But before I do that, man, I didn't have the right bolts equipped in that fight, and it just felt pretty bad. I'm going to equip these blunt crossbow bolts over these silver ones. The silver ones should really only be used against like supernatural enemies, so I can just save a couple of those. And while we're here, might as well just equip a couple of potions. Let's do a tawny owl. And, yeah, sure, a tiara. Alright, that should be good. Do I have any other bombs? Yes, I have some dancing stars. Okay, very nice. Okay, so, last thing we're gonna do is we do have 2 more books remaining. Let's go ahead and just read these. The ways and manners of the Skellige folk. One's attention immediately is drawn to the fact that their seemingly impoverished huts shine with cleanliness. The walls of their homes are usually made from pine and covered with a substance derived from sap, which keeps out all manner of vermin. I believe it scares off insects as well, for I did not see a single one indoors during my entire stay in Skellige. The interiors of their huts are quite spacious and usually divided into 2 rooms. The first is used by the members of the household during the day and is separated by a doorway from the second, which acts as a bedroom and contains only simple wooden beds covered with linens that resemble sacks more than continental bedding. In the middle of each main chamber stands a large round table around which the members of the household gather to eat only once a day. This usually happens just after dusk, the time for their main meal. The supper is a hallowed event and is carried out in a nearly ritualistic manner. At its start, before the family members have even taken their seats around the table, the eldest of the family tears off a piece of bread and places it on something of a household altar, which occupies a place of honor in each Skellige home. This serves as a symbol of respect for deceased ancestors. At the end of the ceremony for the departed, the main family sits down to eat. The eldest woman places a steaming bowl in the middle of the table. Everyone has their own spoon, which they dip one by one into the basin for food. They most often eat porridge, over which they pour a gravy made from meat or fish. Curiously, immediately upon the supper's conclusion, the eldest takes the piece of bread set aside at the start of the meal and places it in a large amphora. As I later learned, when an amphora becomes full, it is filled with boiling water and its beverage is brewed, which in taste somewhat resembles beer, though it is much weaker. Ooh, interesting. So they make like alcohol out of the piece of bread that they... Oh, that's very interesting, like Skellige tradition. Okay, next one. The Redanian Special Forces. I believe this one was given to us by Dijkstra, was it? Last episode? Maybe? While Northern Realms Special Forces are the greatest... which Northern Realms Special Forces are the greatest of them all? Once upon a time, the answer was clear. Redania. Its network of spies and informers were so vast that Tredegor knew which route the Nilfgaardian armies would take before they even left their barracks. No ruler kept any weakness or comprising secret from the astute spooks. Redanian intelligence had vast resources at its disposal, including the use of great sorceresses like Philippa Eilhart and shining stars from the world of culture. With their innovative interrogation techniques perfected in Drakenbrook Fortress, its agents could extract vital information from even the tightest-lipped Scoia'tael guerrilla, allowing them to reduce the organization on their soil to a hounded, desperate few. The golden days of the Redanian spy service ended, however, along with the disappearance of its head, Sigismund Dijkstra. His fate still remains unknown to this day. According to some, he departed for voluntary exile after falling out with King Radovid. According to others, he was captured by enemy agents. Still others hold that Dijkstra was murdered by sorceresses, and his body disintegrated into a fine dust. After Dijkstra's disappearance, the Royal Council ordered a thoroughgoing audit of the spy corps. Radovid appointed Oh man, the music just went out. I was kind of scared. I thought the game froze. Okay. Radovid appointed a commission with a remit to search for abuses of power, root out double agents, and suggest remedial measures. As usual, however, inserting civilians into the affairs of spies had the opposite of the desired effect. Shortly after the work began, a list of agents and their sources leaked. Many of it were subsequently murdered or fell off the face of the earth. A few days sufficed to reduce to ashes an organization built over long years of hard work. Oh my god, just like that. In a couple of years, the Redanian Special Forces were completely annihilated. Well, you have Dijkstra to thank for that. Mostly, anyway. Alright, so we got the Witch Hunter's barracks burning in the distance. In the pretty close distance. We got, the Novigrad docks. Beautiful. The water in this game. It's not like the prettiest water I've ever seen. You can like kind of mod Skyrim to have water that just looks absolutely stunning. It looks more real than real life, okay? It's ridiculous. But I probably talk about Skyrim a little too much in this series, even though I've only maybe mentioned it 2 or 3 times. But play it, guys. If you haven't played it, then you haven't played like an RPG yet. So just play it, and play this game. Of course, you have to play this. This game is probably a bit better. On my like rating scale, at least, it goes Witcher 3 Enhanced Edition, then probably Skyrim, and then probably like the Witcher 3 Vanilla. You know. The one thing the vanilla Witcher 3 really lacks is that really encapsulating combat and I guess any like very interesting gameplay progression, right? I love the new skills that the Enhanced Edition adds. They're just so good. They're nice and balanced. Of course, the later on we get in the game, the more developed our skills become. The more powerful we will become in comparison to, you know, when we were at the beginning. Even though we don't level up, these skills, they really add so much to the gameplay. And the game is only going to, like, it's weird, but it's also an inevitable symptom of RPGs in general. Just as you get later on into the game becomes easier as opposed to harder, like certain action or platform games. Simply because we develop our characters, right? We have more tools at our disposal. We can have more choices in combat, and choices just lead to a better and easier gameplay experience. Okay, so I think I've rambled on for long enough. I'm going to end things here. Next time we come back, we're going to continue with the main story and see where it goes. And at some point, I think I'm going to visit Skellige before the conclusion of the Novigrad main quest line. Not really sure when that would be just yet, but that will happen at some point in time. Who the heck is screaming still in the background? Okay, anyways guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.